everybody? Welcome back to TAVERN Tales 2015 here at DreamHack Bucharest. I'm your host, Nimsh, here with your host, Forsen, who was hosting the last series.
Yeah.
How'd it go, man?
It went well. Had to roleplay a bit, roleplay Nimsh, but it worked out, you know.
All right.
And with us, we have also Faramir.
What's up, guys?
What's up? You look pretty sad.
No,
Very
I'm
sad.
fine.
You're fine?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm fine.
good.
It's a long day, you know.
We have what? We have Thijs versus Powder.
Yeah.
Powder. I bet you can talk a bit about Powder, can't you?
Yeah, he's a teammate of mine. He's doing really well recently, so I hope he's going to get far at this tournament as well. Got to the qualifiers here, so
Powder had a very good run at Gfinity, and he was
he's top 4.
top 4, yeah. So Powder is a guy who's really good at the qualifiers as well. So he not only is playing in those tournaments and people think he's invited, but he's in fact qualified. So like sometimes he gets invited, sometimes he just goes through all those people and qualifies for the tournament. Here, Powder got invited, so he's one of the invited players.
No, he's not.
No, he's not invited.
No, he's not.
I did it again. He actually qualified. Oh
Never
my God.
lucky.
Never lucky.
Yeah, the 50-50 guess.
But then this guy is invited. This is the previous champion of DreamHack Bucharest, ThijsNL. From Holland? Or is it?
Yep, the creator of the 04 A bit of a history lesson here.
He was the first one who 0-4'd you?
Yeah, you casted that game. It was the Mech Mage when it was completely new and no one knew about Mech Mage, and he 0-4'd me with Mech
Oh
Mage.
yeah,
Wars.
I
Deck
did.
Wars.
I
Deck
did.
Wars.
That was Deck Wars.
Yeah, and since then he beat me a lot, but I actually made a comeback and took my revenge in Kingwin last week against him. Beat him in the semifinals.
I have a similar.
Quarterfinals actually.
I have a similar history versus Thijs. He is definitely leading with the wins, but I was able to knock him out of the Deck Wars finals, and I won with Warrior. So I was pretty happy with the win. But overall, like Thijs also owned me many times.
Yeah.
And he is our champion from the last DreamHack Bucharest Masters too. And he also got to DreamHack Winter. He was in the final of that. So he was almost a back-to-back DreamHack champion. Great guy, great player, playing a lot of classes, and famous for his Warrior. Here he is bringing the Warrior again in his lineup. So
He's actually famous for his Druid, not for his Warrior.
well, Warrior and Druid, I think, both. Like
I mean, he's not famous for the Warrior, but he has played a lot of Control Warrior
Right.
in the recent tournaments. I think he feels pretty comfortable with it. He also plays Handlock very often.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see if he switched it up for this tournament or if he sticks to what he knows, you know.
Interesting mulligan choice here. It's going to keep the Shield Man because he
Oh,
thinks
it's
Powder
Freeze
plays Freeze Mage.
Mage.
Powder plays a lot of Freeze Mage, but
Big mistake.
he's going to be so sad when he sees the first. He might play Scientist first and he just doesn't give it away. But
that's actually mind-blowing because Powder was only playing Freeze Mage in all those last tournaments. So here bringing the Mech Mage is actually
Like, you don't even
incredible.
need to keep the Shield Maiden to win
Yeah.
against Freeze Mage. Like, why would you gamble like that? Like, it's...
also, like he played Freeze Mage in the first round, but he played Mech Mage in the second round of group. So he's mixing it up. The Scientist doesn't give anything away here.
He still
so
thinks that this is Freeze Mage, I
Yeah, he
think.
does.
So he doesn't want to use his Owl here because...
Doomsayer.
Yeah, he wants to save a Doomsayer,
Oh,
I think.
never
But
mind, doesn't give it.
maybe he has read into... How many cards did
He's
he
mulligan
mulligan?
3, so that's like
Yeah.
a perfect Freeze Mage
Yeah.
mulligan. So
I want to see Thijs' face right now when this Mech Warper is getting dropped. Look at Thijs.
yeah, it's gonna be
He's
a
noting this Freeze Mage just played Mad Scientist,
Yeah.
and this Freeze Mage just played.
That's the Mech Warper.
It's
Oh,
like,
there you
wait,
go.
what is this?
Whoops.
I-
Shield Mage not so good anymore.
Yeah, he's really regretting that. He do have a Death Spite, but it's not the greatest here.
No, I think Taskmaster's fine. You can just kill off the Noitron.
Guys, by the way, look at the die your ThijsNL, like with 6, a yellow die with 6 on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the classes.
So he's
I-
one of those who rolls the dice. Do you
Oh,
like-
he just rolls the dice and just
yeah.
like,
Yeah, he's
pick
a
the
high
class.
roller.
Are you one of
God.
those, Faramir? No.
no, I actually try to think about my
Yeah,
game, but,
so do I. I'm one of those.
but then I lose, so I might be wrong.
So he's gonna opt for the Death Spite here, even though he had that Cruel Taskmaster trade.
I don't like that. Like he
If he
just
does
throws up his
that-
curve really hard.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but he could clear a lot next turn.
He's gonna get punished here by like
Yeah,
4
second
minions.
Anoyatron is really, really painful here.
Like he's just gonna drop everything, and he just played Karn, so it means he can't brawl, which just doesn't look like good for Thijs here.
Who do you think is favored in this matchup?
I think Mech Mage is generally
Mech Mage is
favored.
generally favored, especially when the warrior keeps Shield Maiden instead of mulling in for a Fire War Axe.
Brawl is one of the most important cards here, but he doesn't have it.
So
Yeah, you can't play it this turn either. And like,
you equip Death Spite without attacking, and then you attack.
it's not terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, what is the alternative?
I mean, you might as well just hit and play like Cruel Taskmaster, the same thing. Because like the weapon's not gonna do anything this game, because this Chugga's just gonna freeze you forever.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna freeze you forever. So, I mean, yeah, you have a Belcher, but that's not gonna keep the freezing away. He's gonna be able to trade that.
It's gonna top deck like a Fireball. And just
Alright, boys, Taskmaster, Armor Up it is, an attack on the Neutron. Let's kill it.
wait.
Oh, he's not killing the
That you just took 2 more damage. That was
You
bad.
way more, because
Yeah.
you could have killed something off else.
Scientist.
That
Yeah.
was just bad. Rip.
That was a
You
weird
should have
play
just
indeed.
hit the Wellman, would have procced it for 1, and then you could have just Taskmastered
Come on,
it.
it's not bad. It was an interesting line of play.
No, it was bad, straight up.
Yeah, I think it was more on that side, but
Also, the Taskmaster takes damage, so it's just like
yeah,
the whole wrong secret thing. I
light ping. He's gonna play around Brawl here. We're not playing the Acid Drake.
No,
or
he
do you
doesn't do
just YOLO swag?
think he just YOLO'd up.
I mean, you can actually lose this game to a Brawl now.
No, he's gonna trade.
Not with this hand, but
Yeah, Clockwork Gnome might as well.
If he brawls and the Clockwork Gnome survives,
It will die
it's a
eventually.
shard first, and that's not a brawl.
that is not a Brawl.
a very fast game from Powder.
That ain't Fuckle. Alright. It's gonna.
So he's just
Belcher.
trying to get that Brawl, thinking that it might be his only chance, but we know that there's gonna be a spare part in hand, and then Antonidas. That Acid Drake is really, really good as well.
Yeah, just keeps the like.
You can,
Just cantrip.
you can go for the spare part first.
Actually, I would think I would not Acid Drake here.
Ping.
You just want to ping?
Yeah,
No, I think the
I
Drake
think-
is better. You just might as like you just trade in the Warper. It's fine. Oh yeah, trade in the
The
The-
only
the
risk.
Clockwork Gnome. You want the
yeah.
thing anyways, the spare part. So you just do that. Just trade in the Warper and
Yeah,
the,
then make
the
Warper.
slime.
The only risk
Buff 5.
is that he will top the brawl, because if there will be a brawl, he will brawl 4.
I don't know if that's a risk necessarily. Like he's gonna leave 1 million alive. That means the Fireball is most likely lethal.
Yeah, it still looks amazing for Powder. Execute is not gonna do it, so I believe this will be the end. Even with Shield Maiden.
He can play Shield Maiden now on turn 6, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
What a nice card.
You execute the well, that's it. That's it. Like even if you armor up as
He
well.
dead on board? Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's
No,
dead.
no,
No,
he's
no,
not
no,
quite
he's not
dead
dead
on
on
He's
board.
dead to Fireball for sure.
That's
Yeah.
the Fireball. Yeah. Like he has to armor up or he's dead on board. No, he's not. He's 9, but
Alright, but Fireball is going to seal it, so Powder is going to get game number 1 versus Dice.
yeah, this
Have
is,
leads.
oh.
Double Fireball.
Use the top deck one. Come on, man.
Is the top deck.
Yeah, Powder.
Sorry. Oh,
Powder does,
does that.
And like, Thijs already did like a pretty easy misplay this game, so like
Yeah.
you got surprised by the Mech Mage, and like that might actually tilt him. Like I don't know Thijs to be a player that easily tilts, but that loss must be hard for him. Like, so like okay, I queued Warrior into Mage. That's the matchup I wanted, and just
yeah.
Yes.
gets
it-
wrecked in like 6
You
turns.
can use it to your advantage, but then Thijs is a stone cold killer. So
Yeah.
he's just going to take that die and roll it, and then something is going to be there.